What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com. Today I'm bringing you guys my 48-hour impressions on the OnePlus 5. Did my unboxing 2 days ago. Drop a link below if you guys are interested in checking it out. Now today I'm actually going to do my 5 favorite features that I've had since getting the phone. As always, I've got a Keep document. I'll drop the link below as a Google Docs link if you guys want to check out just the text if I go too quick or something like that. Now I want to talk about my top 5 favorite features because I do have some criticisms of this phone. I'm going to split it up and save that for the next video. I want to start off on a positive note because there are a lot of things to like. So the first thing that I love about this phone is the software, and one of the very useful things that go along with the software are the icon packs that you can customize in the stock launcher. This is a feature that not every phone offers. The BlackBerry Key 1 offered it, and I was really praising it in the review for that phone as well. You long press on the home screen, you go to settings. You'll notice right here you can change the icon pack along with quite a few other things as well. Shelf, app shortcuts, swipe down to access the quick settings, which are all great as well. If you go into icon pack though, you can actually choose a custom icon pack other than the one that OnePlus is set from the outset. You can also do rounded and square icons. You guys can see right there, I'm using Iris UI. I know a lot of people are going to ask about it. The Iris UI icon pack looks fantastic. This is a wallpaper from Backdrops as usual. If you guys want to find those icons and the wallpaper, I'll drop the link below. I'm a huge fan of that because it adds an extra layer of customization. OnePlus has already done a great job of letting you theme things, like with the dark mode. Oxygen OS really excels at letting you customize things for yourself. The next thing that I like are customizable gestures. So let's go into the settings again here and take a look at the very top here. We go to gestures. Now OnePlus has always excelled in Oxygen OS with having a number of gestures, but now you can customize even more. You can see here at the very bottom, in addition to double tap to wake, you've got these options here to draw O, draw V, draw S, draw M, draw W, and you can set this to any app or action that you want. So here I've got draw W. If I really want to, I can set that to the weather. Makes sense, right? I've got draw S. If I really want to, I can set that to an app as well. I use YouTube Studio a lot. I can set it to that. You can also set it to actions like the camera, etc. Open the front camera to take a selfie, any of those things that you want to do. So having all these customizable gestures on top of the ones that other manufacturers typically have, like double tap to wake, of course, that just adds another layer of customization to Oxygen OS, and I'm really enjoying that. The next thing in the software is the app management. So detailed app management is something that's going to be really good for advanced users, and there's actually quite a few good little options hiding in the advanced options menu under settings. If you go to advanced, you'll notice a couple of them. The one I'm talking about in particular right now is recent app management. Now normally you only have the option to do one type of clear when you clear all apps on a phone. This one gives you two options. It says you can clear task list and cache without clearing the background processes, or you can do a deep clear where you clear everything out right away. Now, it is important to note with the deep clear, you're going to clear out background processes for things that need to receive real-time notifications, so you may not want to do that all the time. Whatever you have set in there for your app clear is what's going to happen when you go here and hit this button and clear all the apps. So if you have it set to do a deep clear, whenever you hit that button, it's going to go through and do a deep clear. Now, personally, I just want to leave it on normal clear for now, but in case you have some issues, some non-responsiveness on your phone, having that deep clear is an option to try to get things going with a fresh start instead of doing, for instance, a hard reset. It's just sort of another interim step that you can do without having to erase your data and start over all again. The next thing are hardware things, really, and the first one is something I've praised OnePlus for many years, and a lot of people have. That's the alert slider right here at the top. I love the alert slider. The alert slider lets you switch between ring, do not disturb, and silent. So you can have those three things right there on your alert slider and switch between those, which is really nice because I often am in places where I need to switch between them quickly. I don't like having to open up my phone and use the volume button to scroll through and get to silent or do not disturb. For instance, when I'm giving a lecture or when I'm attending a colloquium or seminar at the university, I can just use that and switch right away. And I have to throw this in here because since I'm going to criticize the OnePlus 5 for a few things in my next video, I have to give them props. OnePlus released a phone that has a hardware button, this slider, that actually does something useful instead of the Galaxy S8, which launched with the Bixby button here that did nothing useful for quite a while. Now Bixby is going to start rolling out soon, Bixby Voice, but I would claim that I'd much rather have the alert slider than a dedicated hardware button where something is forced on me that not everyone uses. Everyone can use the alert slider because everyone needs to change their volume profile every once in a while. All right, and then the final thing is the more ergonomic design. And I put this here because I think it hasn't gotten a lot of attention. OnePlus has taken a lot of criticism for this phone being kind of stale and not having any new design. I even mentioned that in my unboxing. But I also mentioned that the back here has this nice subtle curve, which I have to admit, they kind of borrowed a little bit from Samsung here as well. You can kind of see here, the curve is almost the same exact curvature on the back side of the glass as the metal on the OnePlus 5 as it is on the S8 Plus and the S8. So yes, I think they borrowed that, but it also made everything a little more symmetrical, a little bit easier to hold in the hand, and at least for me, I found this phone a little bit easier to use one-handed, day-to-day, with a good feel than the OnePlus 3 and the 3T, and I'm really a big fan of that. All right, so those are my top 5 favorite features. Just a couple of other quick 48-hour impressions. The software, as I expected, is amazing, incredibly smooth. I love the stock feel with the extra customizations of Oxygen UI, like a lot of the things I mentioned. Plus, you've got dark mode. You've got a pixel-type launcher here, which I really like. All the software stuff is really, really good. OnePlus has been good at that for a long time. The 8 gigs of RAM, I'm not really sure if that's all that beneficial yet, but I have seen pretty impressive RAM management. I'm going to do a RAM management comparison to the Galaxy S8 Plus. That's the Snapdragon version, and the Exynos Galaxy S8. So stay tuned for that video. We'll see how the 8 gigs of RAM fares. Battery life, I've went through 2 cycles so far. It's just been, I don't know, it hasn't been amazing, but it's been pretty good. I've had it on standby quite a bit because I've been doing quite a few things since I got back from my vacation. 2 hours and 11 minutes and I'm at 51%, but a lot of standby time. So probably get about 4.5 to 5 hours with all that standby. It's actually pretty good. I'd say that's above average, not amazing, but definitely above average overall. The performance, Snapdragon 835 has been very good as expected, especially with this lighter operating system. The main thing that people want to know about is the camera, and I've taken about 20 or 30 pictures. I did a quick test the other night between the zoomed in version using the dual camera and the regular version. You'd still see great detail, even with that telescoping lens. My friend Tim Schofield did a little bit talking about how that telescoping lens works depending on the lighting conditions, which was very interesting. Highly recommend checking out his video. I'll link it below. But overall, I've only had it for 2 days. I don't have enough to say definitively about the camera. I will say my initial impressions are in good lighting and mediocre lighting, it is very good, close to flagship level. When it gets to low light, there's a significant difference between this phone, the S8, and the Pixel and the G6. So this is still not going to be your top tier phone if you want to use it in low light every day. A couple other things I want to test for sure are Bluetooth 5.0. I know a couple people asked about that. I'll definitely get into that in the full review. Let me know what else you guys want to know about this particular phone in the comments below. Find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can like and subscribe if you enjoy my content so I can make future videos like this. I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.